YouTube, what goes on? Welcome to Decide Action Figures live. 705. Here we are, face on camera again. It's been a while since we went live here on the channel. This week has been frigging insane with toy news. My wallet needs to be hosed down with a fire extinguisher or something because it's on flippin' fire. Everything is shipping at once. What is happening? What is happening? I know it's happening. It's the end of the year. So all these companies need to get all their stock out to get those numbers up really high for those shareholders, stock owners. But there's so much to talk about this week that I figured it was a great opportunity to touch base, come over here, see everybody on this channel. As you know, I am live, face on camera, with good friend Dante, Dark Joker Zin, and Action Figure Skinny over there on the Infinity Equation podcast every Friday night. So I figured I don't always go live here anymore, but I got to get out here and share with you guys. We got to talk, you guys, you gals. I want to know what your thoughts are. I don't know what's going through your heads with all of these freaking pre-orders coming in, all these pre-orders we have to make. So much to get to. You saw the thumbnail. You see some things on the toy cam over there. Some things that already came in this week. I'm already touching my hat. It's going to be nuts. AEW big pay-per-view this Saturday for you AEW fans. Thanksgiving's coming up. Black Friday shopping's next week. It's crazy. It is insane right now what's going on in the action figure world. So I needed to come over here, hang out with all of you, see what you have to say, get your opinions in the comments, and just basically commiserate together that we're all now broke as toy collectors, buying ourselves things when we're supposed to be buying other people things. Oh, this is why we budget. This is why we stay in our lane. This is why we are careful, right, everybody? So let's hope everybody was careful with their pre-orders, expecting this pre-order dump could happen very quickly, okay? So before we get to any of the actual news and the pre-orders and saying hello, real quick, here's some house cleaning for the channel here. There are some new videos currently up. Last night I did do a review on one of the figures you're seeing right there on the toy base, which is Null from the King in Black 2-pack. It popped up $56 shipped on Amazon Prime. I had to get it. $80 with tax in Pennsylvania, a little much for me for this 2-pack. That price, I locked it in. I got it. So I did the review on Null. That's on the channel. I know it's an older figure at this point. Old is a weird relative word in toy collecting, isn't it? But I really wanted that. I did not review that Venom. I don't know if I want this Venom or the Amazon 5-pack Venom. That's something I'm going to ask all of you to let me know in the comments later on. But that'll be spinning around. But other than that, big news on the channel. Episode Toy Hunt number 200. That's right. Somehow all of you have enabled me and put up with me enough that I've churned out 199 Toy Hunt videos. It happened. I can't believe it. I got to thank all of you because you're cool. So I kept doing it, right? So next week, maybe Saturday, I don't know. I'll be putting out episode number 200. It's 20 stores in 20 minutes. Not actually 20 minutes, but 20 minutes of footage. 20 stores in 20 minutes. I hit Walgreens, Walmarts, Targets, GameStops, Ross, Burlington, all my local haunts in celebration of the 200th episode. And I'm going to ask for your help. So I'm going to ask you right now before I forget. When episode 200 comes out soon, it's already in the can. It's ready to get posted. I'm asking for your help. Find some clips in any of my old Toy Hunt videos that either you found entertaining, you found fun because I saw cool stuff. I made an ass of myself, which I do on a regular basis. That should be hard to find those. Any video clips that you like. And if you message me on disavowed_12 at Instagram, what I'll do is I'm going to make a clip show. That's right, a classic clip show to celebrate episode number 200 coming out. It'll take a little bit of time to put it together, but if you message me and tell me what clip and what hunt video it was in, what number, I will put it in the YouTube video and I will tag your Instagram or your YouTube name, whatever you want, in that video as the label. You know, I usually put the name of the store I'm in. No need if it's a clip show. They're old videos, right? So toss that in when that video comes out later this week, or if you go back through my old videos now, but shoot me a message on Instagram, disavowed_12. If you message me on here, honestly, I'll probably forget because I'm old and I'm dumb. So with that said, let's see who's here. and we'll get to the meat and bones and the potatoes of the night, all this crazy stuff we're buying, and just all the money that is coming out of our wallets and bank accounts right now. So first person I see here is Four Feathers. What's going on, Four Feathers? He's been here since the beginning. What's going on? Definitely appreciate your support. Thanks for being here, man. We got Kurt K in the house. He says, good timing, checking in from across the Delaware. Yes, that's awesome, man. Got to get in a little rowboat like George Washington. NJ Tree is here. Dan, what's going on? Somebody pointed out he made his on-camera debut in my Legions Con video, which, by the way, is available here on the channel, as I was saying earlier. So Dan, what's going on, man? Kurt K is here. What's going on, Kurt? He says, you in New Jersey, I'm in the North. I'm in PA, but New Jersey is the NJ Tree's stomping grounds. To NJ Tree getting lots of hellos. Four Feathers says, I'm in North Jersey as well. Sounds like there's some fellow collectors. You guys could meet up at a Target. Relatable Figs 916 says, what's up? I hope you have one of the most ridiculously amazing nights you ever had. Thank you, man. Right back at you. Everybody, we just got to sit back and enjoy, right? Got to do it. Greg says, looks like Trigger. That's right. Oh, man. Greg, I love when you say those things about Trigger, dude. I am getting one, I think, from Santa Claus this year, a.k.a. the girlfriend, the GFA Tizzle. So hoping to get my hands on one of those sometime soon. Maybe we'll paint it black and make it a little Disavowed custom. Dark Joker's in. Dante is here. His ears must have been ringing. Dante, rest assured, you'll know when AEW starts tonight because I'll be ending out the live stream. What's going on, Dark Joker's in? Dante, it's always good to talk to you, buddy. What else we got going on? Lots of hellos, lots of shout outs, everybody here who is popping in. Four Feathers with another comment. He says, AEW, we're not far in Mount Arlington, right off of I work in Dover. There we go. So again, it's a small world, right? We get out here and we kind of just forget the fact that we're not that far apart sometimes. Omega Weapon 13 is here. What's going on? Amazing Venom. Amazon Venom is amazing. So let me know, Omega, do I want the Amazon Venom more than this one? I know that they're in different bucks. I know this is the Sony Venom movie buck, which I never had the other one, so I kind of was digging this. I don't give a crap about those wings. I don't want to deal with the wings. I don't even have room for gargoyle wings, let alone those wings from that comic book series. So I'm debating if I want to get rid of this and buy that Amazon 3-pack when it eventually comes on sale, because you know it's probably going to eventually. NJ Tree says, only things I can pre-order right now is SH Figure Arts, Spider-Man's from No Way Home, and NECA TMNT stuff. Whatever is left, still need to get NECA TMNT. Van did not order it. There's just so much stuff out there to buy. It's absolutely insane. That's right, episode number 200. I can't believe it either, that I just keep doing this, and you guys put up my nonsense, so I appreciate you putting up with the nonsense. Stores around me are horrible. Yeah, not much better here right now. A lot of my footage is from like last week or the prior week. Greg says someone has also printed up booted feet to replace. Yeah, somebody had said, who was it? OK Figures, I think, mentioned to me. He did put the booted feet on here instead of those toes, the Venom toes we don't need. Dante, thank you, sir. Again, it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of cool when I put it in perspective, because I'm like, when I started this as kind of like a fun little experiment back during the early COVID days or whatever it was, I didn't know how long I'd stick with it, if it'd be consistent or persistent. And everybody's so great, I kind of just pumping through. It's been a good time. Pat says, what's up, with the thumbs up. What's going on, Pat? McFarlane's in the house. Not to be confused with McFarlane Toys, hopefully, Dante. Oh, who else we got in here? Lots of people here tonight. Holy smokes. I know well. I worked in Denver for years. I love the Quiet Man Irish pub. Oh, now we're talking Irish pubs. Now we're talking. That's my thing right there. Let's see here. Andrew says, video clip of you not noticing me. Yeah, send me a message. That's got to go in. You were like right up in front of me, and I just was oblivious. I was in absolute toy freak in heaven. James, a.k.a. Ratface44 is here. What's going on, James? Killing it with his reviews here on YouTube. Dr. Guzin says, Greg Feinstead, hey. Let's see. Greg says, clip shows call for comedic music being played. I can do that. I could work some music in. Don't worry. I'll use that YouTube stock music to my advantage. It could definitely happen. Let's see what else we got going on here. James says, I'm going to go pick up Zorana and Dusty tomorrow night. You know what? I was going to mention that tonight, that they're probably shipping soon as well. So you are killing it up there north of the border, getting this stuff, man. You really are. All right. So I think I got through and said hi to everybody who was here. Up, Greg Miller just jumped in. We got Pat there too. Pat said if I was only connected to McFarlane Toys, then Dante would talk about you. James says, thank you, Tim, for the shout. Hey, no problem, man. Well deserved. Greg is here. What's going on, Greg? How you doing, man? I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm excited to be here. There's a lot of people here in the chat. It's really cool. to talk to everybody. All right, so I think we're caught up here. So as we go through, if new people pop in, obviously I'm going to try to say hello. I try to keep everybody involved as much as I can. I'm here to have you guys talk as much as I can. You hear me talking on a regular basis. So I like hearing your opinions, your views on what is going on. My mouth is dry already because I'm so freaking excited here. Taking a big sip there. Okay, so, all right, here we go. Let's get into this, okay? Insane freaking week for toys, right? Absolutely insane week for toys, what's going on right now. It's the end of the year. So basically, what it appears to be happening is all these companies are just dumping all of this product on us that we had no clue when we were going to get, right? We had no clue when it was going to come in. They give us these dates. We think they're accurate. We think they're consistent. And sure as crap, I almost said the other word, they are not, right? All of a sudden, things start to ship. So first and foremost, again, it's odd that the word old is so relative. However, it is very odd that we have already seen that Serpentor is in people's hands already. Our James, aka Ratface, with an absolutely great review on Serpentor. Go check that out. Some other people up north, Mega J Retro, I think his name is. I always mess up his YouTube name. A lot of people out there pumping out their Canadian videos on Serpentor. I'm very excited to get it. Am I happy that I got $90 taken out of my account the week before Black Friday Christmas shopping? Probably not. But as we said, we have to plan ahead for these scenarios, right? We have to know that these things might ship early. Obviously, they might ship late sometimes as well. So this is in people's hands already up in Canada. Most of us here in the States that I spoke to, people that are in my kind of toy circle, have told me, as well as myself, that we also did get our shipping notifications. So Serpentor should be here like ASAP. Like it might be here tomorrow for all I know. I didn't check the tracking other than the fact that they charged me for it. Then again, it's bad enough or good enough, depending how you want to look at it here, that is shipping, right? So I'm all excited. I'm thinking, oh, cool. I'm going to get to do a review before the end of the year. I can, consider it as a top 10 figure of the year. I get pumped about those things, right? We all do. We start doing our top 10 lists for all these different brands. We want these things in time before the end of the year. Yeah. Well, I haven't even reviewed Galactus yet, by the way. If you haven't noticed, I'm sure you have. Still haven't opened Galactus. I'm falling way behind here on reviews. But with that said, so yeah, okay, Serpentor is great. Boom! All of a sudden, I wake up yesterday morning, Dr. Bender shipping, Dr. Mindbender shipping. Check your account. Make sure what? We have 2 classifieds coming in, 2 deluxe convention exclusive classifieds coming in. We have freaking Serpentor. We have Dr. Mindbender. At least Mindbender doesn't hurt the wallet as much unless you ordered 2. 1 to rock, 1 to stock. I ordered 1. I didn't need 2. I'm not doing the whole 1 in box thing anymore. I can't do it. It costs too much money. But let's talk about it in the comments a little bit. Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you pissed? Are you trepidatious? Are you nervous? What are your thoughts on these both coming in? Boom, 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 right in a row. So let's see what we got going on in the chat here, what people's thoughts are regarding this. So again, going to try to get people's chats as they go up. Greg says, hey there, bud. How are you? Long time. He's touching base with somebody. Hey, Rush. What's going on, Rush? How you doing, man? Down in Florida. What's going on, Rush? The Disney man himself. Good to see you, Rush, man. I was mad at myself. I missed Legends and Liquor last time it was on. I was kind of toy hunting / visiting family that day. And normally I can at least jump on my phone. I didn't get on that day. So unfortunately I missed it. I'll have to watch the playback at some point, or at least listen to it. But yeah, Legends and Liquor, obviously Rush on there every other Sunday, I think it is, with Dan Who from over there across the pond, as they like to say. Another great YouTuber, as you guys all know. Greg Feinstead says, companies padded their shipping dates knowing they would be 75% released earlier and didn't bother to keep people notice the charge was coming. Yeah, that's the problem, right? I know we get mad when things are late, but if they're going to come early, it does help to give us a heads up. I mean, not everybody can just overnight get the scratch together. Some people sell things off. Some people obviously just plan and stagger their orders. So yeah, it's crazy. I'm happy to get this stuff coming in. I can't complain about that. But the budgeting thing, and there's more coming, not just G.I. Joe. Forfeiter says, got my notice for Serpentor and Mindbender. That's just it, man. It's nuts. NJ Tree says, need to open Robinhood. I do, and Prince John. They're both unopened. Yeah, so I was going to get to this later, but I'll mention it now. As you can see next to the rotating base, my Super 7 Robinhood shipped from the Disney's Disney Ultimates line, as a few should say. Yeah, I'm very excited, but again, didn't think it'd be coming in. It seemed like it was just disappeared, and boom, here it was. So I do have that on display. That's a great little line, but I think I'm jumping out. I think now that I have Prince John and Robin Hood, If they keep adding to the line, I don't need like a Maid Marian. I as cool as those other characters are, um, Little John, I for the price and again the space thing, probably out after these, unfortunately. Greg says both Serpentor and Mindbender, two of each coming now. Bad timing. Yeah, Greg, you were down there owning it at Disney, man. I was loving the content, but yeah, Disney and Christmas and now G.I. Joe. Ouch. Omega 13 says my Marvel Select Beta Ray Bill shipped as well. Oh my God. Omega 13, that's nuts, man. I didn't even know that. There's just stuff popping off everywhere right now. Things I haven't even heard about are coming out, which is just in a freaking insane. Working our way down here. Roland is here. What's going on, Roland? My pockets. Yeah, dude. I told you the wallet needs to get the fire extinguisher and just get hosed down. It's ridiculous. James says, yeah, I'm not part of the Double Up Club anymore with lots of figures. I can't wait for Mindbender. Think you guys in the US are going to get it before us in Canada. Yeah, that's what it was looking like. I don't think it was on purpose or not, that they give one to Canada and one to the States, or just happened to work out that way. Wasn't quite sure. Rush says Ryan Ting is at Disney right now. I need to get him to my place to see my collection. That would be awesome. You got to do a selfie if you do that, man. If you bump into Ryan, if you get a selfie with Ryan Ting at Disney, that's like a new level of epicness. Disney and Ryan Ting together at last. Forfeather says it's very exciting news to say the least, but let's be honest, Hasbro is trying to get their last quarter profits up 100%. And that's what everybody is doing. As you saw in the thumbnail, so much stuff is shipping right now for that very freaking reason. Laura is here. What's going on? Or sorry, Lara. Lara, what's going on? Hi, Disavowed. Yeah, Serpentor, Dr. Mindbender, and myself, Mandalorian, arriving at the same time. I can't even. The awesomeness of seeing all those boxes, that one giant box on the porch, right? I'm not part of the Double Up Club. I think I did already. I'm sorry, James. Remember 13 says, I didn't get these Joes. I don't have any connection. The only Serpentor I know is Santino from WWE. I just got lucky with mine. You know, I got told the right code or whatever and got lucky. Pat says, I passed on Serpentor and I missed out on Mindbender 0 for 2. I low-key hated Serpentor back in the day. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong here, although I'm wrong a lot. I think there's a good possibility that we do see those go back up for sale again. These are two majorly important characters in the G.I. Joe Classified line. They know what happened last time when they pissed fans off and people missed out on collecting on different items. So I really do feel like something's going to happen. They'll put more up for pre-order, more up for order, something like that, because I don't think they want to alienate the fans. I think getting these out as early as they did is a way for them to try to say, hey, like, we're trying to make amends for our past mistakes, our past evils, so to speak, right? Okay, so moving right along, because there's so much to get to in a short amount of time, everybody. So, okay, if you watch an Infinity Equation podcast, then you know that I've been complaining that my Mezco Constantine hasn't shipped yet. I've been complaining about it. I've been saying, where the hell is it? I want my Mezco Constantine. Just this week, I mentioned it again. And, well, here it is. Notification, check your checking account. It's coming. And I got two of these things coming, one for myself and one for a buddy of mine who is a huge Constantine fan. Doesn't really collect toys, but anything Constantine he'll collect. So I got two of these that are going to get charged for right now. This thing looks incredible. You know me, I don't Mezco very much. I'm not a huge Mezco person. I always say I have one, and it's Ash from the Evil Dead. This thing looked incredible. Any figure with a trench coat, I'm a sucker for, especially soft goods. Constantine is such a great, cool character. They just announced they're making the sequel of Keanu Reeves. I know that movie in the community of Constantine is rather divisive since it wasn't, looking as much like the actual character. Then we got that great version of Constantine over there at the WB. So who knows, with these alternate worlds in DC, we might see a face-to-face with Keanu Reeves popping up with that other Constantine. You don't know. You really have no idea what's going to play out. But the fact that this is shipping is incredible. But yet again, man, $200. Again, I'll get $100 back when my friend gives me the money for his, and he'll be good for it right away. If not, I'll be like Stewie on Family Guy. Hey, Brian, where's my money? Brian, where's my money? Where's my money, Brian? That's going to be me with my buddy if he doesn't give me the money for this damn Constantine when it gets in my hands. But he'll be good for it. I know he will. But yeah, this thing, again, I don't even know where to put Mezco in my top 10s of the year. Because one, I don't have enough to do a top 10 just for Mezco. And two, it's an upper tier figure. It's a more expensive figure. So to put this against like a Marvel Legend to me is unfair in a top 10. So this could be like in a category where I throw it out there as like an honorable mention. Like this thing was incredible. I don't have a spot to put it in, so here it is as an honorable mention on my overall top 10 of the year, something like that. But let me know in the comment, did you order Constantine? And yet again, is it another figure you're happy is coming in? However, you're unhappy, you're getting charged when we're getting them right now. All right, so checking out who else is over here. So many people in the chat tonight. So many people here. Whoa, look at this guy popping in. Pow, Dan, who is the channel? What's going on, Dan? Were your ears ringing, my friend? All the way across the pond. Were your ears ringing? Did you bite your tongue? I mentioned your name. We were talking about Legends of Liquor when Rush hopped on earlier on. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you here. We're here to commiserate as a community, as a group, and just say how we all feel broke right now as the holidays are coming. Here in the States, Black Friday shopping is like a week away or a week and a day away, where we all throw our money at our loved ones. And here we are buying plastic that we ordered like 2 years ago, which is okay because you plan ahead and we're responsible collectors, right? So we were ready for this, of course. He said, Dan says he looks great. I agree. NJ Tree says, I like him in American Idol. Six Packs and Knickknacks is here. What's going on? Six Packs. How you doing, sir? Sorry if I missed a comment earlier up there. And who else? Who else is here? Art G. The G stands for great, by the way. What's going on, Art? Art pumping out Mythic Legions reviews right now. And as I mentioned, it was going to come up later on. It still will. Other pre-orders that might be shipping soon. Marvel Legends X-Men Retro Wave. Dan Who did some amazing reviews over on his YouTube channel. Spiral looks amazing. Dark Phoenix looks amazing. I think it was Wolverine review just got posted. I haven't watched the Wolverine review yet. So check out Art's Mythic Legions reviews if you haven't already, but I'm sure you have. And of course, Dan Who's Marvel Legends reviews. He is absolutely killing it as always, just like Art is. Greg says that Constantine just needs a Misha, a head sculpt, and you have I don't get the reference. I feel like a dummy. I'm sorry. Is that Action Force, Greg? I'm gonna have to give away a cool card for this because I don't know. I'm sorry. Forfeather says a Christmas Story quote from the old man. Fragile. Love that movie. I've watched it twice already this year. Who else we got going on here in the chat? Dan had mentioned I like that TV show from a few years ago. Yeah, I did too. I think you're talking about Constantine, right? I did have that one season, and then he popped up on all the other WB shows for their crossovers. So the actor, I can't think of the actor's name. Let me in the chat, guys. I know it's not Matt Ryan. That's the quarterback for somebody in the NFL, the former Falcons quarterback. Sports, as Adam Van Linkler would say. But yeah, he's a really good Constantine. So I really wish they'd bring him back. Greg says, I wish I had Art G money. I think we all do, right? Do you wish you had Art G money? Sure, we all do. Six Pack says, NJ, I wish headed to Pittsburgh for the weekend. I didn't realize you were going out of town there, Six Packs. Dan Who says, tell me about it. I just had to pay for 2 retro X-Men waves that wasn't due until April. It is insane, Dan, that all this is getting pumped out before the end of the year. It's the opposite of what we dealt with for the last year and a half, where nothing was shipping. Now everything is shipping. Art said hello to a whole bunch of people. Matt Ryan. Okay, Matt Ryan. There we go. So it's the same name as the quarterback, right? Am I wrong? Is that the same guy? It's not the same guy, obviously, but I guess it's the same name. All right, so trying to keep this thing on the tracks as best I can. There's so much to get to. So yeah, I'm excited about Constantine. I'm excited to get my second Mezco. It's not going to be a habit of mine. However, I'm very pumped to have it in hand. So next on my list was the Super 7 Robin Hood. We talked about that already. It's right there on the rotating base. I didn't open up my Prince John, so one of these days, maybe on a live stream or something, we'll crack open those Disney Ultimates. Unfortunately, I'm jumping off. I loved that having those two Robin Hoods. Robin Hood's like one of my top 3 all-time Disney animated movies, maybe top 2 actually. However, I'm jumping off. If there's any more, I don't need them. Having Prince John with what's the snake's name? Slither. I can't think of the snake's name. And then having the 2 Robin Hoods that are packed double in here, I'm good to go. All right, so now that's a lot of the stuff that is currently shipping or has shipped. So now, here we go again. Over at Amazon.com. There we all were, looking at our money. I don't know why that's popping up. What the hell? Marvel Legends. There we all were, just hanging out, thinking that we had everything we needed coming out. And then all of a sudden we see Dan Yoon putting out a tweet. And on that tweet, he says Stryfe is going for pre-order. And then boom, all of a sudden, there it was. friggin' Stryfe on pre-order. Here it is. It's out there. A certain somebody, another bingo. I'll leave it at that. A certain somebody online, another bingo. Or as they said in Glorious Bastards, that's a bingo. Here it is. This we were told, it was predicted that it was coming, and here it is right there. There is our Stryfe 5-pack X-Men anniversary pack. So freaking pumped to have this thing on pre-order. And again, $124.99. That is not terrible. Okay. I also pre-ordered, actually, did I get mine on Amazon? I think I pre-ordered mine actually on Hasbro. I think mine is from Hasbro. I just happened to go to Amazon to pull this up. But here it freaking is. Who's taking it? Are you passing or are you playing on this? Are you ordering it or are you skipping it? I need Stryfe. End of story. I know that the original Stryfe is now dropping in price. Okay, do you buy that at a lower rate, a lower price, but pass up on the other 4 figures? You know, obviously we do get the Zero character that goes with Stryfe with that Doctor Strange repainted portal effect. Random is freaking awesome as hell. That's just that character just oozes to me the 90s. Getting him in this pack. He's kind of slide this down a little bit here. So he is incredible looking with that cannon on the arm. Art G and I were walking around RetroCon with Dan, NJ Tree, and I saw a retro carded random from the 90s, the old one, Toy Biz or whatever. And I remember saying to Art, you think we're going to get him as a retro card? I was wrong. We're not getting him as a retro card. We're getting him in this freaking 5-pack. Again, we're getting another Reaver, Pretty Boys in there. We're getting Vertigo added to the list for our X-Men villains. So yeah, the Stryfe itself was worth the price point for me. And I know a lot of people were floating that this might be a lot more expensive. A lot of people were floating it could be, you know, closer to $175, $200. The fact that this is going to be at $125, I think there's a lot of value here. I really do. Random, again, just looking at that looks fantastic. Stryfe is just, man, we've all wanted Stryfe, man. That's one a lot of us missed out on. I don't have a background here with this lad. Pretty Boy looks pretty cool, pun intended. But again, overall, I had a pony up for this. At least we're not getting charged until it ships, which who knows? Maybe it'll ship by Monday. Maybe we'll have it by Thanksgiving. It's been a weird 2 weeks, right? Let me know in the comment, are you picking this up? Did you pre-order this? And where did you pre-order this? Again, I did mine on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know if I'll regret that later or not. I know that other websites did have it available. So let's see who's popping in here as we are talking about this great 5-pack and see who is picking it up and adding it to their collection. And again, everybody, I'm trying to get to everybody here. I apologize if I miss anybody as I am going back through the comments. I don't know if we said this one yet here, so I'll share it. Kurt says, if you like the Christmas Story, then you need to take a tour of the... Oh, dude, don't bring this up. 6-packs and knickknacks told me when I was out there in Ohio for the Ohio Toy Show, Toy-Hio, and there it is, that I should have just taken the drive, and I didn't have time. And that's such a far drive for me, for my part of PA. I would like to get there eventually, Kurt. I really would. I think it'd be really freaking cool. And there it is. We have a bingo. 6-packs jumping in and saying I should. Brian King, what's going on, Brian? Killing it. All the great stuff you're sending me on Instagram, man. Greg says Kurt will drive around to everybody's home to be the carpool machine. Yes, that's right. Come pick us all up. I will just sleep in the back and drink soda. Art says I ordered through Amazon. Greg adds, I'm still disappointed that Stryfe doesn't have an unhelmeted head. Maybe they'll surprise us. I doubt it, but that would have been cool to have an actual Cable head. Maybe Cable's head will fit on there. That'd be cool, right? I think it's his twin or his clone. I can't remember anymore. I think it's his clone. Arthur, what's going on, Arthur? He says, I get it by 2 Serpentors, a Dr. Mindbender, and the Retro Iron Man right after the Venom 3-pack. Dude, talk about your wallet melting. Get it. It's what you do. Get a spatula, right? Go over to your coffee table or wherever you keep your wallet when it's not in your back pocket or whatever, and just slide the spatula underneath and pry it off of the table because it probably melted to the table. I hate to tell you, but it's stuck there. It's like a 25-year-old action figure under a freaking panel at Target. You're not getting that off the floor, man. It is stuck. All right. That wallet is stuck now. Justin's here. What's going on, Justin Collects? Justin, what's going on, man? I'm doing well. Hope you are too. We are commiserating together as a family, as a community, because we are all screwed by everything getting shipped right now. My family stopped at a Griswold Cross. Oh, man. the Griswolds, another great one. They've all been on so early this year, but I gave it and I watched them all. I've been watching them on TV. Brian, I agree. I'm playing the coupon game too. Not with this. I'm sorry, not with this. I'm playing the coupon game with the three pack of the Venom and the rest of the symbiotes. Greg says that 5-pack will be $79. Will it though? This is a good conversation to have. Like, it might be. Some of these 5-packs go for those crazy deals. You still see that 3-pack with Nimrod popping up at weird cheap prices, but some of them you don't. So again, it's one of those things where I'm willing to play the long game. You know that, Greg. I'm like Mr. Long Game, right? When it comes to these figures. With that Stryfe, I'm not taking the chance. Honestly, I'll grab it at this price. Shame on me later on if it goes for a cheaper price, and good for anybody who does wait. But again, that's a figure I'm not willing to take a chance on passing on to save some money. But I usually do it with other things. So no judgment for people who wait. Rush says, I'm so effing in on this box set. Random. Yeah, Random looks insane. He's just freaking cool as hell. I completely agree. Dan says, should I buy this Marvel Legends set? I want to hear like that music, the do song in the background, like in your videos. You're buying that set. Dante says, yes, he's getting it. Dan says, I convinced him. I'll take it. Dan, I can't wait to watch you review that, man. Dan, you should contact the Hasbro guys and ask to borrow that Stryfe helmet. Send a message to the team and see if Ryan or Dan can steal that from Dwight and wear that helmet while you're reviewing the figure. Arthur says the 50 Hasbro charges for premium members is worth it. Oh yeah. And again, I'm not a member. I'll be, cards on the table with that. But right now, on times like this, it's worth being a member to save that money. Definitely. Hey, Cloud, what's going on? Cloud Foxball's here. How you doing, Cloud? One of these days, I got to get on a live stream with you guys again, your whole crew, the Dan Who, everybody, and Brandon. I still feel terrible when you came for collecting for our futures on Infinity Equation. I was just working out a lot of my tech issues at the time between things with Restream and things here that weren't working the right way. And I feel terrible because I really brought that down a little bit because of my tech issues. So one of these days, hopefully, we get everybody on again for collecting our future with Dante and everybody, and we can just kind of talk plastic and have a great conversation. Although I will say some amazing conversations came out of that collecting our future episode, that even if I couldn't really be a huge part of it, I was happy that was something that was out there for the toy community, and happy that was on the channel. Greg says, Dan, can you say Pretty Boy is a Brandon Marvel Legends figure? Brandon's YouTube channel doing well right now as well, obviously. Dan says 4 brand new characters in the Legends line. It's great. It's great. I don't even care. And again, yes, of course, they are repaints, but that's the point. To get figures like this, they have to be repaints. We can't, everybody knows this. I'm preaching to the choir. But yeah, we're going to get repaints in these sorts of packs. So it is what it is, right? They did a good job, and they're all new characters. Omega Weapon 13 says Stryfe is worth it. I only want Stryfe. The other ones I like. Stryfe obviously is the MVP, right? To me, real quick, it's Stryfe at number 1. It is Random at number 2 for me. It is Pretty Boy at number 3. It is, oh geez, I'm already blanking on her name right now. Vertigo at number 4. And it is probably Zero at number 5. I'm guessing most of you, let me know in the comments if you agree with that. Put your ranking in the comments. Let me know what you think. But to me, that's probably how that plays out, in my head at least. Dan says he will have his review up next week. Check it out. I know I will be. Six-pack says, Greg just chilling over there. I see you, Greg. He sees you. You've been noticed. Other Greg says, damn, Who Crew is taking over the chat. A lot of Who Crew here tonight. Love the Who Crew. Good people. Great people. Totally picking this up, Cloud. Yeah, I don't think I could pass on this either. As I mentioned, well, I didn't pass on it. I already pre-ordered it. Arthur says 125 for the Spider-Man 5-pack was laughable. That 5 will go on sale. Okay, again, I agree with this, right? I had no interest in that Spider-Man 5-pack. Yes, I've been dabbling more in Spider-Man than I ever did before. They really pulled me into the hype this year with the anniversary. So I bought way more Spider-Man in 2022 than any other year, starting with that Marvel Legends Rhino Retro card, all the way through to the most recent Lizard that I picked up at Walmart, which I haven't opened yet. But the 5-pack was an easy pass for me. I didn't see value in that. I see value here. And again, value comes down to, it's relative. It's what you like. Spider-Man fans might have liked it, So again, I'm not throwing any shade at anybody here. You buy what you want to buy with your money. I always try to say that. If people want to know my opinion, I'll share it. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to try to persuade somebody not to buy something. I'm not here to do that. It's that simple. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Do it. Just know what you're spending your money on, is what I would say. Know what you're getting for your money. Just Justin Collect says, this multi-pack is awesome, just not for me. I think that price is very fair. Yeah, I think that's extremely fair. I completely agree, sir. Ryan says, hello, all you legends. Glad I was able to catch a live show. Ryan, always great to have you here, man. Thanks for stopping by. I don't do a lot of lives anymore. So again, I just, with being on IE every week, I don't want to put too much stuff out. I appreciate all of you watching any of my videos, whether they're the toy hunts, whether they're reviews, whether you're hanging out over at the Infinity Equation podcast with Action Figure Skinny, Dante, myself, and whoever else is there that week. But again, I never want to put too much out here on the channel, just because I don't want to bother people, I guess is the best way to put it, more than I already do, right? Greg says UK. Pulse got the side pack in yesterday. It's already there. What's going on, Mike? He says, what did I miss? We talked about the two G.I. Joe classifieds that are shipping, Serpentor and Mindbender. We talked about the Robin Hood that's up there on the table by the rotating base. We talked about this 5-pack and the Mezco Toys Constantine, how that's shipping as well. So we tried to basically touch on everything that's melting our wallets. Greg says Dan's waiting until daylight to see his mailbox. That was me for my Sentinel. I literally just sat outside and watched for the FedEx guy. Galactus was a weekday, so I was at work, so I couldn't do it. Luckily, the GF came over and got it for me. Justin says, I think our UK friends actually just got this 5-pack. I think Greg said the same thing. Mike also adds, I want 0 because of Deadpool Circle Chase. That's a good idea. Yeah, you can throw them up there with your Deadpool. Greg says, holy hell, what's up, bro? What else we got going on here? Mike says, I'll get the Spidey pack when the restock price drops. Yeah, that's one I think you played a long game on. Spider-Man's a fan here, but I had to pass on the 5-pack. Yeah, same thing for me, as I just mentioned, Dan. I wanted to buy a Hell Charger, but apparently outdated Bratz and Batman. I still can't. I can't take it. I think it was hilarious. Oh my God. So many videos, so much content that was created coming out of that Hell Charger. Greg says, I didn't think the X-Men 5-pack from last Christmas would ever be on sale. It was available for cheap many times. Is that the Wolverine 5-pack, Greg? I did pick up Cyber. I bought Cyber off of eBay for like $25. I only wanted Cyber because I liked my original Omega Red. I didn't need the Calypso. The Morlocks are cool, but I didn't need it. What else is in there? The Cyber, the shirtless Wolverine I did not need. So yeah, I grabbed the Cyber and I was happy the price I got him at. To me, he was the MVP. He's the one I wanted the most. Iodine74 says, in my opinion, you don't have to think of live streams as putting stuff out there. It's more like a hangout. Thank you. That's good to know. It really is. And again, I really appreciate everybody's opinions, whether they're in the comments after a YouTube hunt, whether they're on Instagram when I post things at thisabout_12. So I'll take that into consideration. I really will. Maybe I'll start popping on a little bit more often. My other thing too is when I come on, I want to have a lot to talk about. I used to unbox my figures here live, and I was slowly starting to get into doing more reviews. I know I'm never going to be at the level of some of the great reviewers like Dan Hu and MCU Collector. That's just not in the cards. It's not going to happen. But to me, it's another way to enjoy my figure. So when I stopped unboxing things here live, I wanted to do more of a news sort of talk, right? So when there's big news in the community like this, that's when you'll normally see me popping up these live streams. But there are some things I might start doing on live stream again. So yeah, I will consider that. Thank you very much, man. Kurt says, anyone able to get the new Boba Fett vintage collection pre-order from Target today? I was not. I am completely out on Black Series. I'll never pass on a good clearance figure. NJ Tree knows that, right? So if I see a Black Series clearance, it's a different story. If I like the character, I feel bad for Black Series collectors, man, with what's going on over there. And I really feel worse because it looks like Indiana Jones, as cool as those look, are basically going to be very similar to Black Series. So my heart goes out to you if you're a collector of that brand or that area of the brand. So we got through mostly what I wanted to get through with all the pre-orders, everybody. And we're getting closer to AEW, as we all know we are wrestling fans here on the channel. But some things I wanted to mention here at the end, kind of we talked about already. So Dan Who mentioned the X-Men Retro Wave. That might end up coming out sooner rather than later. It's obviously already over there across the pond. In addition to that, we just had our good friend mentioned that we are going to have the G.I. Joe Classified coming out. James, aka Ratface, he's becoming the G.I. Joe guy very, very quickly over there, getting things. So Cover Girl, Outback, you never know. I think he had mentioned he was picking up Zatanna. I said her name wrong. Sorry, Zatanna, Dusty. So again, all of these apparently coming very soon as well. There she is right there. So our Zarana. So if these are shipping as well before the end of the year, one thing I'm looking forward to seeing is going to be these top 10 G.I. Joe Classified end of the year videos. There are so many classifieds out this year. And there's a lot of good ones. I mean, just looking at my shelf, I know you can't see it over here, but for this year, I mean, Crocmaster was amazing. Love Crocmaster. The Blue Ninja 2-pack, I really liked a lot. When those guns go on sale, I'll probably army build. I love my red ninjas, right? Obviously, do not forget for a second here that the original the original Bat and the original Alley Viper technically could be considered 2022 reveals. I am putting those on my 2022 list. I did not get them early enough for last year. So I will be considering Alley Viper and the Bat. So now look at that top 10 list for Joe's. Alley Viper, the Bat, Crocmaster, Spirit, with Spirit Iron Knife. Who else we got going on the shelf here? Obviously, we're going to have Serpentor. We're going to have Dr. Mindbender. So many. Dusty, if it gets out there soon enough. The retro carded figures, if you want to throw those into the mix. So many G.I. Joe Classifieds to consider for our top 10 list this year. So whether you do an overall top 10 for G.I. Joe like I do, or you do one overall top 10 of all the figures to kind of throw your Joes in there. So, man, it's nuts. It is crazy. It is crazy how much is out there, how much is shipping. And if those X-Men retros get out here in the States before 2022, it's going to be an embarrassment of plastic riches to end out the year here in the toy community. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We're just about at the end. So awesome. We had over 50 people here at one point. That is incredible. I've never had that many people here hanging out before on a live stream. So thank you so much. As I was saying earlier, Toy Hunt episode number 200 will be dropping very, very soon. Keep an eye out here on the channel. It's filmed. It's uploaded. I just need to hit the timer to start at the play. I am asking everybody, again, if you want to participate, what you could do is I am doing a clip show, as I talked about. So if you would like to watch any old Disavowed Action Figures Toy Hunt video where I did something incredibly asinine, which I do a lot, maybe you thought it was cool when I found my first G.I. Joe Classified in Allentown back 2.5 years ago, whatever, maybe a good clearance figure, maybe an under the shelf flip find, something that you think was cool. If you want that in the overall clip show to celebrate episode number 200, Instagram me at disavowed_12. Let me know what episode and where in the video you want me to involve to put that clip into the clip hunt, into the clip video. I'll put it in there with your name, whatever name you want in there, I'll attach to it because there's no reason to put the name of the store. Big week for wrestling this weekend. Full Gear AEW. Tonight, will the Young Bucks be back? Will Kenny be back? The Cleaner, it's why I wore this appropriate shirt for the evening. So very excited. Also, Thanksgiving coming up if you celebrate Thanksgiving. The holidays are hitting us fast and furious here. So as I said earlier, remember, mind the wallet. Because we have a lot of loved ones we have to buy stuff for too, right? I did buy that Batmobile for $20 at GameStop for my 2-year-old nephew, and he's going to love it. I'm not going to love it. He's going to love it. But everybody, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps us grow the channel tremendously. It really does. It helps a lot. Hit the bell for notifications. That way YouTube will actually notify you or tell you when we post new content on the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. And for daily toy content and daily toy updates, check us over Instagram and Twitter at disavowed_12. Hey, everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 Ps of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care. Stay healthy. I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs. Bye, everybody.